Okay, I'm back. I just kind of put up to them ready for an invite if anybody can, so that might pop up at some point. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the places we need to go. There's Wyman again. I know that we'll be talking to him at some point in the future. But, yeah. So we're just going to be wandering around at first to get situated, and then we're going to head off and start our first battle stuff. Once we get... I'm just going to get in tune with the aetherite here. And then there's going to be also little aetherite shards that are dotted around the the city, and we can attune to those as well, and then just kind of bop between them as we can. Who's this guy? Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? What's it to you? Excellent. What brings us to the which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee? That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. Nope. Oh. Apologies, I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Please allow me to give you a tutorial. Yeah, that's basically what I was talking about. Oh yeah, we get return and teleport. Basically what that means is that those are two standard abilities that we start with. Teleport will allow us to jump to any aetherite any main aetherite we've attuned ourselves to, and that usually comes with that will usually come with a actual money price to do so. It's not much, but depending on where you are in the world, compared to where you want to go, it can be pretty expensive. I think it doesn't ever go more than 999 gil, but still. That's a thing that can happen. So our home point is already set here, and if we cast the return spell, it will take us immediately to wherever we set our home point to for free. Or if we die, we can automatically go back to our home point if need be. The thing is, with teleport, you can use it as much as you want. Again, it costs money, but with return, you can only use it once every 15 minutes. So I don't try to use that as much. Now, I can also register favored and free destinations. Depending on you know what's a good way to put this? By default, you have 3 favored destinations that you can register, and with these favored destinations, you'll be able to pay less gil to teleport there. But you can get more favored destinations depending on what kind of extras you've paid Square Enix to do. I think that they may have added one. I think they did add one by default, so I think you can get 4 now. But I can register 5 because I kind of have the paid version of the mobile app. Don't yell at me. I know. Greg and I bitch about microtransactions and shit all the time, but I'm getting my money's worth out of the stuff that it gives me, so it doesn't really matter to me. So there you go. And a free destination I got because I have a security token. And if you have a security token registered, you can register a destination for free. So I'm going to go ahead and register this as the free destination, meaning that I can teleport here for free whenever I want. Not only because this is going to be my, my main home place, but also Ul'dah and Thanalan in general is a good central point for the rest of the world. So, more often than not, I will, teleport here first for free, and then go to my actual destination for less money. I know, like I said, it's really not all that expensive to teleport in the first place, but I still get paranoid every once in a while when it comes to spending money sometimes. I don't know, I guess it depends on the moment, because I can also, drop 300,000 gil on a rapier I think looks pretty for my red mage, even though Jordan, Jordan, can make those for me. In fact, I don't foresee myself buying too much of my equipment. I get a lot of free equipment from the class quests, and I'm also fairly sure that if I ever play with Jordan, he'll be able to, because he's like an omnicrafter, and he can basically make any kind of equipment for me, and he probably just will, because that's what he does sometimes. And for those of you who don't remember Jordan, it's Dunamis Dios. He was actually on the channel for our Sonic Adventure Let's Play. I'm going to put a clip in here. That's my favorite clip of his, from what he says. So let's go to the guild here. We'll talk to the guild receptionist, because they have the burning icon over their head. Welcome to the Thaumaturgist Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps there to this day, my friend. I see that you harbor arcane ambitions, though your journey has scarcely begun. Yeah, I can blow stuff up, I guess. Within these hallowed halls contain the world's knowledge. I mean, the arts and devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield such power, you must needs know of our beginnings. Okay, proceed. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from the ancient Belladia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nald'thal, who passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funereal rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The duomers employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. So, you use ice as part of your funeral. Okay, I'm down with that, I suppose. It is for this reason that we are feared and respected in equal measure. Thus does our guild thrive, ensconced within the catacombs of Arzaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? Would you, if you would plumb to the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove our guildmasters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon which awaits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent sages, mages, say the word. So now she gets the blue icon, which means when we come back, we'll be able to start the Thaumaturge quests. Even though we're already gaining experience points as a Thaumaturge, but we don't have any spells, and that's the... No, we have Blizzard. Okay, I suppose I just know Blizzard. I will be modifying the crossbar as well once I get the chance. There is a usual setup that I prefer to use. Obviously I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, but I need to set up the controls a bit too. Because there's a way that you can... Because the way this works is you hold down L2 or R2 to bring up whatever side of the crossbar here, and then you push either a direction on the D-pad or one of the face buttons to select that action. But on Captain Floofers, I also have it set up so that if you hold down L2 and then hold R2, it'll bring up aside from another one of the bars, because you have up to 8 sets, so it'll bring up a set, and holding down R2 and then pushing L2 will bring up like the other side of that set. Like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and because right now we don't really have enough abilities to really warrant needing that kind of customization right now. So let's head on to the Steps of Thal, which is basically the second half of the city. You got the Steps of Nald and the Steps of Thal. And the Steps of Thal is where the aforementioned Sapphire Avenue Exchange is. This is basically the bazaar, or the shop hub here. We also have the ability to bring about retainers. I'll bring about a retainer when the time comes. We've also got access to market boards where we can buy things from other people, and other stuff that we really don't have the ability to do right now. So let's talk to Ciceroga. And you are? Ho, a newly come adventurer, but of course. Yes, I am Ciceroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what, you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. Everyone here is a greedy asshole, don't you know that? My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I'd rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. I mean, look at your hair. Letter of introduction. Oh, he has that third eye there. Oh, Mr. Shimodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of the maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard, passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as the base of their operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer, a deadlier sword perhaps, or a shinier trinket. Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. Also, my friend can make it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. You can craft in this game as well. I'm not going to be doing any of that with this character, but that's a thing. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially when coin is concerned. That is all for the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. Yeah, alright. Okay, handing over items. This is the only part I really don't like about the controller setup is, you can do kind of like a mouse thing. I mean, you can do keyboard and mouse on the PS4 if you want to, but the thing is, I have to click the touchpad on the controller to cycle between things. I can also use the touchpad to move the cursor around and then like just tap it to click. But I do find it a little bit easier to just push the button. And when this was still on the PS3, that was basically the select button did that, but they didn't have the touchscreen capability. Alright, so when we clear this story mission, then I'll go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead and find a male Moogle who has my mail, because those 20 messages up there, you get whatever it is through the Moogle who has what has the mailbag and whatnot. And then I'll start doing the thaumaturge quests. How was your tour of the city, Floople? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldah's such a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you got purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. We got some experience and money from that as well. Yeah, the little pentagon thing that shows up, that basically means that you get that much experience. And we're actually locked off from this. The next one is I have to get to level 4. Which shouldn't be too big of a deal, but I need to find where the mail is. And I don't know where the mail is around here. I have a few minutes left here on the timer, and if I can't get this within the video, I will seek it out off camera. Also, I have a little sprout icon next to my name, which means I'm a new character. Actually, I think there's a Moogle up here. That will go away after a while. I don't know exactly what the cutoff is nowadays, but you know, I can probably take that away if I wanted to. But because of that little thing, new adventurers are usually called sprouts. Greetings, Tall One. I'm a delivery Moogle, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no. But no! The moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherytes were scattered, and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us, like you do for every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. We have 20 new letters arrived just for me. Your mailbox is a complete and utter mess. There wasn't any room left, so I had to send back a letter. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to go through what we got here, because apparently I have more than 20 freaking messages. And when we come back, I'll show off all these presents that I apparently have. So until then, I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?